So today is appearance day of Ramchandra Kaviraj, and this appearance day of Gopal Bhatta Goswami.
And Tim Carter.
Huh?
And Tim Carter from Gainesville.
What?
Remember the car crash that happened and those two buddies passed away? Today's the anniversary.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They died on this day?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't remember that. I remember they passed away, but I didn't.
How many years ago? One?
No, last year. Because week before he was in our class, Bhakta team. Just 1 week before. I remember.
Nectar devotion?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. He was on in the class and he was chanting, singing. And then a week later when he passed away, I was like, wow. So in our Vaishnava view, before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, very hard for any scriptures secret to be revealed to common people was very hard. Need light?
I think so.
But it was very difficult for anybody who does not have a mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or this Gaudiya Vaishnava to explain the inner essence of all scriptures. Generally, absolute truth, we know, is addressed as absolute reality, absolute existence. That absolute existence is absolute attractive and embodiment of all rasa. Even in San Diego, I remember there was one Gujarati lawyer, very close friend of Temple, Chetan Tanna, Chetan Bhai, I think he's still there. I remember one day he had a big argument with Badri Narayan Prabhu. He was the GVC, and that probably Mataji will know very well. How in India, not majority, 99.9%, maybe 100% almost, well not now because Mahaprabhu's mission is going very full speed, that we have a conception what is higher, Varnashram Dharma or Raganuga Bhajan. Aishwaryamoy Bhagavan, Narayan is the origin of all. What percentage of Hindu you think knows that? Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
But nobody thinks Krishna is the origin. Only Gauriya, they understand this. This is very, very heavy dialogue between Venkat Bhatta and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we'll address little bit of this because it's so important. This doubt will come, like, is other sampradaya, other society likes this philosophy or what their opinion is? Madhacharya sampradaya, Ramanujacharya sampradaya, what their opinion is. But originally you can see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually established the highest truth. So before that, we are about Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Do you know anything about Gopal Bhatta Goswami?
I've heard of the name.
You heard the name. Mridanga Prabhu?
Ask my assistant.
Nishinga, you heard the name? No? Ananda? You never heard that?
Sita.
Negative.
Gopala, you heard that name? Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami? You did. Mother Lakshmi? Nishinga, you didn't hear. Did you hear? Gopal Bhatta Goswami, you must have heard. Yes?
Yes, yes.
Can you tell us something about him?
One of the 6 Goswamis.
One of the 6 Goswami. Very good.
I knew that.
And? But you didn't say it.
Of course you did.
But you didn't say it. And?
I'm afraid I don't know so much about him.
Okay. You, co-teacher?
Gopal Bhatta Goswami was the son of Venkat Bhatta Goswami.
Venkata Bhatta Goswami.
Chaitanya stayed in his house for 4 months in
Ranganathji. Very good.
And for his order, he went to Vrindavan to serve, to save the Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami. And
In Vrindavan?
In Vrindavan. He wrote the Hari Vilas. I don't know if he wrote the Hari Vilas or Sanatana Goswami. And he put his name.
He compiled the Hari Bhakti Vilas, but he told Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Sanatana Goswami not to mention his name. But Jiva Goswami Pad writes in Tattva Sandarbha, there is a great Vaishnava from South India who put this Tattva very systematically, but somehow or other it could not be, come in the front Prabhuji, somehow or other it could not be compiled, so I put this in a chronological. So who is that South Indian great Vaishnava? They didn't mention the name, but they did say who he is. Everybody knows Haridas Das Prabhu.
Yeah,
He's a fired up devotee.
our gentle giant.
He is very famous for the Radha Raman Didi.
He is very famous for Radha Raman deity.
Yeah, he's Damodar Chila manifesting like Radha Raman,
That's true.
which is worshipped since the 1500.
Huh?
It's been worshipped since 1500, 1520 or 1540.
500 years back. Yeah. 15. Very good. Anybody else? Contribution?
He wanted to dress his Shalagram Shila so much, but it didn't have the right form, and then he took the form of Radha Raman, and then he could dress, so he was very happy.
What is the logic he gave?
Supreme Lord can do anything.
Something more. It was Nishingadev appearance day. So he said, Lord, if you can come out from a pillar, you can come out from this Shila. Shila does not have a, what do you call, well-dressing form. I mean, you can dress Shila. Like 1971, Prabhupada sent a letter to New Vrindavan with 2 salagram Shila. That was the first salagram, I was told, in the West. So he says, you bathe this Shila just like deity with the water, and you tell the head pujari to take care this way. Who was the head pujari in New Vrindavan that time? Radhanath Swami. He was a brahmachari. So he got the letter from Prabhupada, and Kirtananda Maharaj is telling him how to do puja. Then after bathing him, you dress him. Just see the view Prabhupada has. And then you can place a flute. You know, you're from India. Anywhere in India, any temple, ever they think shalogram with a flute?
Yeah, my grandfather.
He's from a Vaishnava family probably.
Yeah,
That's difference. But without Vaishnava, nobody imagine. No other Narayan Bhakta ever thinks shalogram Shila with a flute. But this is Prabhupada. Prabhupada already established what he wanted to establish, even in shalogram Shila worshipping. So I immediately captured it when Maharaj told us this. Like, really? Wow. And Prabhupada said he put a little peacock feather in the crown. So he said shalogram Shila, but generally because Krishna's form in Vrindavan is not shalogram Shila, just a beautiful form, Asamurta form. Shila is generally mostly for Narayan or Vishnu. This is a big. So in the description of, so when he said to on the Nishinga Chaturdashi, he said, you come out from the pillar, so you can come out also from there. How many Shila he had? 12. 12 Shila. One of them name was Damodar Shila. But he did not know which one will display like this. So also another ignition, there is a one Sultan from Punjab brought some jewelry for every temple, and he gave it to the Gopal Bhatta Goswami. He said, you please use this, accept this offering and dress your deity. And he was lamenting the 12 Shila, none of them you can really dress, put on a, like a hand and all this. So he also got the dress day before, and that was, so one ignited another thing. So he prayed and he went to sleep. And in the morning, he found this beautiful form, like this height. Right? Beautiful form. But what day he appeared? The Lord appeared? No. After Nishingadev. After Nishingadev is what? Full moon. Full moon. What is the significance of full moon? Ete changsha kalapungsha krishnastu bhagavan swayam. This angsha means one of 16th day where the full moon take place. Kala angsha it has also two meaning. One is a plenary portion in English. In Sanskrit it means kala means shula kala is purna. In calculation of arithmetic, 16 part makes it complete in calculation. You count here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. In Gayatri Mantra, we also go like this. This is the calculation in this forefinger. Sulakala means 100%. When a Lord appeared on a full moon, that Lord is 100% Swayam Bhagavan. Who appeared on full moon? Lord Chaitanya. Krishna took birth on 8th day, called Janma Ashtami. Radharani, 8th day. So Radha and Krishna together is 16. Krishna is not complete, Radha is not complete. Their together is complete. But Mahaprabhu is complete, so he took birth on a full moon, and Gadadhar Prabhu took birth in a dark moon. Because Krishna took 100% with him. So Radharani has no much role as a Radha's part. That's why took birth in a dark moon, Amavasya. And Purnima is for Mahaprabhu. Because Mahaprabhu took the supreme all together within him. So when Gopal Bhatta Goswami saw in the morning that how the Lord manifested, he was so thrilled. So immediately reported to Rupa Goswami Pad, Sanatana Goswami Pad. They all came and had a big, huge festivals. That time they were observing. Now, according to consideration of truth, this is the supreme absolute truth position, who appears on a full moon. But what about some symptom also has to be there? If you go very close to Radha Ramanji, you will see the feet, lotus feet. Krishna's bent 3 places. Where are they?
The waist, the knee, and the neck.
No, the feet, not the knee.
Oh, okay.
The feet. He puts entire weight on left leg. Right leg, no nothing. Why? Because he's touching the Shakti. Krishna always put his right leg next to Srimati Radhika's sari, getting all the power from her. He stands on one leg actually. If you look at very scrutinizingly, our Acharya explained that he stands on his left leg. Why? Left side is Srimati Radhika. Right side he bends such a way, so that's the first bend, that where the Madan Mohan attraction is fully absorbed in there. And the second part is his neck actually, not waist. And the third band is on the chest, feeling. That's the Gopinath. So they were scrutinizingly, all the Acharya. Nana Shastra Vichara Naika Nipuna Sadharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarina Tribhuvane Mannau Saranya Karo Radha Krishna Padara Binda Bhajana Nande Namataliko Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghujuga Sri Jiva Gopalako. So they scrutinizingly checked every part. Nana Shastra Vichara Naiko Nipuno. Nipuno means very expert. And they found this Radharamanji is the Madan Mohan, Govindaji, Gopinath together in one form. Even though when Muslim attacks, all other deity left, went to Jaipur, but not Radharamanji. Very special. He didn't want to leave Vrindavan. The other left. Out of fear, you can say. According to their bhav, they went. But Radharamanji never left. They have a little strict. Vishwambar Goswami, they have some connection with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, very close friend. Then Prabhupada personally had a relationship with those Goswamis. They used to come whenever Prabhupada was in Vrindavan giving classes, lecture, they used to come and sit there. And he has we should always remember, whenever we go to Vrindavan, we should respect them very special. Because Srila Prabhupada told Jananivas Prabhu, 2 places he should go to learn further on this Archan. Jananivas Prabhu till today alive, he told this few times. One place is called Keshavji Gauriya Math in Mathura, and another is called Radharamanji Temple. So Pankajangri Prabhu told me, when he went to Jananivas Prabhu, with Jananivas Prabhu over there, they were like a surprise, because the way they worship, they could not comprehend. Why? Because in Radharamanji Temple, they worship in the mood of manjaris. But Prabhupada gave the blessing. So someday we will be qualified to get it. Because he did. He told Jananivas Prabhu, you should ask any question you have and learn how they worship. Obviously Prabhupada was living with them, so close neighbor and so well, that he told them. So it's very nice. We'll sing a song on this mode, because something very fabulous things happen actually with Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Gopal Bhatta Goswami is eternal associate of Srimati Radharani, and in Brajalila he or she is identified as Guna Manjari. Guna Manjari. A quality, Guna means a quality, a particular specific quality of the Manjaris that not every Manjari reveal that, only he or she. And we'll say at the end. So in the, how did I come? Stock market. This is a funny okay. So we have some absolute truth understanding has to be there. This is very important. I'm really serious, because in our philosophy, if we miss that boat, we will miss the whole show of Mahaprabhu's gift. Everyone must remember this. I was trying to figuring out while I was driving how to word it into English. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur gave a lecture on Patrabali. There, somebody is translating. I don't know whether Banu Maharaj or the other devotee, Bhima Prabhu. I was told that one of them doing it, and it will come into English. All the Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, huh?
They have it out in Mayapur.
They already have out. Wow.
Patrabali?
No. Patrabali. His writings, letter correspondence and some teachings. So I had this Bengali, they had like a copy those days of his original letters. I don't know how they kept it, some or other. It was very interesting. And when I left Mayapur, I left it there, I never found it back. So it's very hard to discover. But anyway, the point was that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur says, if any possibility of any aspect of life, of any angle, any way, every way, that fascination can incur in the mind or heart of any soul ever, it has to have an origin in the Lord. You cannot say something accommodates here, even in imagination, cannot accommodate in the spiritual absolute realm. This is very important. Every aspect.
Wait, Prabhu, you just said that anything you can imagine has to exist?
It has its origin.
It's pure origin.
But then what about people that think that they're God?
Krishna sometimes thinks he is God.
You're saying that anything that we think of, Krishna has that quality.
Origin in him.
What about
But
perverted
everything.
things?
Hold on, one at
What
a time.
about perverted things?
Perverted thing has a origin, reflection in there. Like a Prahlad Maharaj says, Charvita Charvananam, chewing the chew. What does chewing the chew? Whatever my parents did, I'm doing the same thing, right? Or I was looking for some money, I'm working hard and now I spend it, then again somebody else thinking like doing the same thing I did, it's like doing the same thing and getting, and no, nothing, again same thing, chewing the chew. There's no real juice coming out. It's just, but everybody don't give up the chewing. It didn't say you'll get the juice, but you go do the chewing. Because in spiritual world, Krishna chew the bitter leaf and he gives to Srimati Radhika, she chews the gift to Lalita Devi, Sakhi. Everybody chewing the same thing. Jiva Goswami Pad put it. I was like far out. He said everything in the material world, everything Bhagavatam has an inner meaning of every sloka. That's why it says Bhakti Rasa Pranta Srimad Bhagavatam. This Bhagavatam is Rasa itself, if we know the inner meaning. Very sweet. Hold on, she said something before.
No, but now it's past.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, like when you're saying about how, this was a while ago, that if you mistake a rope for a snake, this is like to Devita Mayavad conception. So if you see a rope and then it's actually a snake, then that means that where did the idea of a snake come from, right? It's like it has to exist. So then people that think of all these conceptions of like, well, I'm God, or it's all impersonal or stuff, then with our own argument, it's like proving them right, because it's like, well, that has to have a reality somewhere.
Yeah, it does. In the spiritual world, they exhibit sometime. Like in the deep separation, even the gopis exhibited as Krishna,
Exhibited what?
as God.
Themselves.
They were acting as Krishna.
Like in the Rasa Leela, they were acting out.
No. In separation. In separation, one girl would say, I am Krishna. I'm going to kill you, Putana. Then other girl would lie down there and she would sit down there. They were so much intense love, they literally acted like. And Shankaracharya's one follower, Madhusudan Saraswati, he said, see, this is, it says that the highest form of devotee are the gopis, they actually want, they are acting like Krishna. But it is harmonious there.
Wait, but that's like saying that you mistake something for a snake, but then an actual like rubber snake exists, but not a real snake.
Well, they are not really Krishna.
Exactly.
Neither they want to be Krishna.
But
They act as a Krishna out of extreme love. But here, out of frustration, they want to be God because they are disappointed. You follow? It's the same concept but opposite. They are frustrated, but over there they are not frustrated. It's just that out of ecstasy. One girl become Krishna, another girl become Trinavarta and just smash on the head and fall down, boom.
This is Sneha, Pranaya, Anurag.
Yeah.
Which stage is it?
Which stage is this? This is not Sneha, well, this is above this.
It's above.
It's Mahabhav.
Above.
Yes, Adirura.
Hey, Prabhu. So you gave the inner meaning of Puna Punascharvita Charvana. No,
Yeah.
but what about the rest of the shloka? Nate Vadu
Sarthakati
Svartakatimi Vishnu. What is that?
Why you want that?
I'm curious.
I will. Let's finish Gopal Bhattu Goswami. Otherwise, you know my
Should I
time.
remind you after?
Because that has like a half an hour discussion. It's like very nice. But so Gopal Bhattu Goswami,
Sorry.
we must know the absolute. So when I say that any conception anybody has, we should be really think about this. If you really contemplate, you will see that any conception you have to explore as for pleasure seeking by nature, it must be origin in
Absolute truth.
absolute truth. Otherwise, absolute truth is not complete. If you say, I am enjoying by playing lottery, and you say, God does not play lottery, then it is not good conception. You may say, God does not play mundane lottery, but He must play spiritual lottery. You know, something like this. It has to have an origin. So when generally majority Hindus, until Mahaprabhu came, the conception of that all accommodating in the realm of absolute truth, for an example like God to cry, was not there. God to feel I am a child, it was not there. Before Mahaprabhu came, it was not there. One of the 7 reasons why Mahaprabhu went to South India, first reason was, in South India they don't know how to do kirtan. They never do kirtan. Before Mahaprabhu, no kirtan. Only chanting mantra. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. Just going day and night, different Upanishad, Veda, Purana, and they have some nice music. You follow? But not kirtan. Kirtan and music is not same thing. Music can assist, help kirtan. But kirtan is, glory of Lord is difference. When Mahaprabhu came, one of the 7 things that he established in the South India is kirtan. First thing. He literally started kirtan. And of course he wanted to collect his eternal associate like Uddhava. Uddhava he was in South India just before, after Godavari and before Kaveri. His name was Parameshwari Das. So Mahaprabhu was collecting many, not only him, many, there's a whole list. So one of the main purpose Mahaprabhu was the conception of absolute truth. What was there in South India, Mahaprabhu gave to the highest degree called, not Varnashram Dharma, called Rupa Nuga, Raga Nuga Bhajan, was never given to South India.
Wow.
And it gradually progressed. If you have a Chaitanya Charitamrita, I thought I saw it.
It's
Where is
there.
it? Can you open M.7.109? Prabhupada says it's a big book,
Oh, the big one.
big black.
Not here. No, what volume?
Probably under there. There's a big
Madhya.
Madhya
7.
right?
Hmm.
Here's Madhya 9, but not 7.
I think she might be missing some.
Okay, if you find it, if not, it's alright. Here, Srila Prabhupada says, Mahaprabhu gave something in South India, this is a South India discussion, which he never gave even to Navadvip. That's a very heavy. It's not Prabhupada says. Prabhupada just elaborating that what was not given in Navadvip, that was given. So we have to reconcile. You found it? No? Let's reconcile one thing. Gopal Bhattu Goswami, before he met Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu took sannyas was 1509. Mahaprabhu appeared in 1486, and you calculate 24 years. 24 years, he is born in the month of March, full moon. Just 1 month before is called Makar Sankranti, and day before he left the house. So just before his birthday, 1 month before his birthday, he left. And just day before Makar Sankranti. Makar Sankranti is a big festival in Bengal. Millions of people got delivered on his sannyas day because of that. So Mahaprabhu, after he took sannyas, when he went to Puri, and then after Puri, whole episode took place that everybody wanted to go, and Mahaprabhu slowly discarded everybody in a affectionate way, because he told he wants to go alone. But there was some hidden secret he did not tell, because in South India this Ramananda Rai was the biggest culmination of his teachings, his learning, that he didn't want to tell, but it appears like he did not know anything. It is a Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told Mahaprabhu, when you go to South India, there is on the bank of Godavari and bank of Kaveri. Bank of Kaveri is Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and bank of Godavari is Ramananda Rai. You must meet Ramananda Rai, and do not neglect, because you are sannyasi, you may think he is a Sudra, low class. But why? Because he is repenting before he is to criticize. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya used to say, why you glorify some ladies worshipping process to Supreme Lord? Who are the ladies? The gopis. Ramananda Rai used to glorify the gopis, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya did not have any bhakti. So he thought, why are you glorifying the ladies worshipping so much? You should talk about the 4 Kumaras. So much renounced, they have nothing to do with the material enjoyment, they're aloof. You should look for their glory. So he used to, because he was Mayavadi, impersonalist, and he knew the 4 Kumaras also were impersonalist in the beginning. Then they became personalist. Then they became Samanna Shanta Bhakta. Not Dasya yet. So it's a gradual progression. So then, when Mahaprabhu delivered Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, then he was so thrilled that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya understood that Ramananda Rai is the only person in this world who will understand Lord Chaitanya, because his mood is so high. Now he is recalling and he is repenting, he is hating his misfortune. I neglected, I used to criticize him. You don't know, what are you talking about? Gopis, why not 4 Kumaras? Why not Sanas, Sukdev Goswami? Why not talk about Billamangal? Something like who was Santo Bhakta or impersonalist. Santo Bhakta also has impersonalist in the beginning. They are called Samannarati. Then comes Satcharati, then Santarati. Gradual progression, 3 stages in Santa. So that time, Mahaprabhu, when he went to, after everything is over with Ramananda Rai, he left and he was coming. This is a very fascination that we discuss about Sasambedda Dasha. And we know the mercy of the Lord comes in a 3 form. Everybody please remember this. Say, the Lord and His devotees, mercy manifest in 2 ways. One is called Sadhan Abhinivesh. Another is called Prasadja Abhinivesh. Prasad, like Prasad. It's called Prasadja Bhav. So, Sadhana Abhinivesh means you have to practice, accept a guru, and gradually you progress. Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana, Kriya, Anartha, Nivriti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asukti, Bhav. This 7 stage. You gradually progress. Or, if you happen to meet a great advanced devotee like Lord Chaitanya, Prabhupada, like this, of course you have to have a adhikar. It cannot just one way. It has to be correspondence both sides. I want it. And he gives both. I don't want it. Prabhupada giving mercy, it will not work immediately. It will work, but it may take long time. Because I don't want it. So that's why sometimes devotees see the result too long time. But sometimes they see very quick. Why? Because that soul wants also. So endeavor and mercy both has to be. So this Prasadya Bhav has a 3 division. And Mahaprabhu was manifesting this in South India. Prabhupada is giving 109. You can read it. It's very fascinating. I asked few devotees even, can you understand this? Can you explain me what is this? I said, no, this is very hard. That in Navadip Mahaprabhu never gave something he gave to South India. How is possible?
They didn't want it.
Huh?
They didn't want it.
Very good. You picked up. Very good.
Prabhupada said that Lord Chaitanya left Navadip because they didn't want to listen.
No, they were smart though. He says all this misconception. They didn't want to have that. Also there is a reason for it. One of the reason is Gopal Bhatta Goswami in his personal life. You know, day before Mahaprabhu appeared in Sri Rangam was the most fascinating. We must know what is Sri Rangam temple. Another one is what is Kaveri river. Kaveri river we also chant. Gange cha Jamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri. Kaveri, oh there is one, you got sister named Kaveri, no? Yeah. Kaveri in the Purana explains that anybody takes bath even one time, you cannot take bath anymore in this world. Not bath. You take bath in the Kaveri river, you never take bath in the material world anymore. So Mahaprabhu went there on the bank of Kaveri river, and that time it is the most fascinating. Why? Because if we don't know the nectar of devotion, it will be difficult to understand what Mahaprabhu was doing. So he was giving 3-way mercy. One is Alokdan, Harda and Bachik. Sometimes he would tell somebody, chant Krishna's name, and he would go crazy. Hare Krishna immediately. And another one is Alokdan, means he would have a feeling for that soul and he would give a side glance. That soul would go completely crazy. Crazy in Krishna consciousness. So this is called side glance, Alokdan. Sometimes Hardo means from his heart he would just ignite fire in the heart of those souls. So 3-way he was distributing. But nobody knew, but our Acharya gives the hidden secret. They researched everything, Rupa Goswami Pad, and he says, 3-way he is doing this. What Mahaprabhu just did, he is overloaded with Radha's prem from Ramananda Rai. And then after that he is delivering one by one, so many. Now he appearing in front of the one of the largest temple at that time in the world maybe. But Prabhupada says is the largest or tallest temple in India. Anybody who went to Srirangam? One? Just one? Two? That's it? Srirangam, to see the tower top, you have to go like this and then you fell. Means you have to go very far to see the top. But if you go at the door, you cannot see. It's very tall. Way tall. So, very beautiful temple. And there is a 7-wall, Prabhupada gives in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a 7-wall surrounding it, and there is a 7 roads leads to that temple. 7 roads leads to the temple, 7 wall around this, and there is a reason for it. And one of the famous King Kulashekar is from that same temple. Many Alwar, you know Alwar. Alwar, those devotees who has exhibited feelings with the Lord. Generally we don't think of Sri Sampradaya has this. But something Mahaprabhu gave more than that. That something never heard, that absolute truth can be accommodated in something like an ordinary life. You don't expect the supreme absolute truth in whose stomach the whole world is there and he started crying because he is hungry. This cannot be accommodated in the Sri Sampradaya at that time. They could not accommodate that Supreme Lord would lie, would steal. This is like unheard. Generally, you don't talk about God about this. You can say, okay, even a big sadhu fell down, he was cheating or stealing. But don't say God was doing. Hey, Bhadra Prabhu is in the back. You come in the front. Come little front. You have room there. So then, in this realm, when Mahaprabhu came, he first appeared in Srirangam with his both raised hand. It was a so merciful, loving nature he had. He was left and right distributing this love of Godhead. And everybody was watching. Hundreds of Brahmana, they are watching this divine personality. Some immediately thought, wow, I never saw demigod. This demigod from heaven just came. Wow, look at it. And they saw, because they could not imagine Ranganathji's, he's there inside, why would he come like outside? They could not imagine. They thought it was a demigod. So they saw, and he's crying, the tears coming, and he's chanting. What was the voice? The voice was the chanting such a melodious song that they never heard. He was chanting towards Vrindavan, also South India. Krishna, 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 Hai. Krishna, 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 Hai. Krishna, 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 Hai. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshamam. Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Pahimam. Mahaprabhu was chanting this, and he just entered, and all the people who are worshipping or halfway chanting the mantra, they put down the books. They never heard such a melodious song, because in South India they didn't know kirtan. They chant the mantra whole day night. They do the puja, everything there pakka. But as for kirtan and crying, this thing was never practiced. It was hidden with a very few great pure devotees. They are called alwar. They are called alwar. They are so emotional, but generally public should not see that, so they could not. Even in King Kulashekar time, that how he was hearing this, and he was so absorbed about Ram Lila that at one point, when the Vaishnava told that they were so sad, this demon Ravana came, and in the absence of Lord Ram, he just kidnapped his wife. And the king Kulashekar, now Ram Lila took place 3 million years back, 3 millennium back. And this is, we are talking about few hundred years back, before Mahaprabhu. And then what happened? King Kulashekar was so absorbed in this feeling, he started crying. And immediately ordered the minister, get all the battalion. And immediately he started walking out with the sword and started marching. But those days, when king does something, nobody talks, they just follow. Because that's how the king was. And he went all the way, started walking, and entering the water of the Bay of Bengal, the ocean. And he wants to cross this to the ocean, Sri Lanka, and kill Ravana right there. But he's not even aware the time. He was so absorbed that he started walking, and then the water started raising knee to the, and all these thousands of soldiers, they're coming and following. They're literally thinking they're going to walk to cross the ocean, and kill Ravana for the Lord Ram. When they almost went up to this, going to go underwater, he was not even thinking, he was so intense. Sita Ram just appeared in front of them. Don't worry, I rescued her, she is with me, now you go back and do a big victory festival. So they have every year on this day, and if you ask them, what is this story? They say, was this Ram conquered that day? No. Actually Ram appeared to assure him that celebrate victory festival on this day, because otherwise he was so absorbed. So there are some evidence of Sri Sampradaya. The Alwar has a feeling that they would not worry whether it is like if somebody is telling you the story. Same Alwar, another time talking about this Mother Joshodas, is a famous story another. The 17th story that Alwar has. The Mother Joshoda's love for Krishna, so intense. And he started when, was very funny, when Krishna was just going to mischievously catch the tail of the calf, and he's going around, and then the Alwar says, oh, don't worry, I'm going to rescue him, and he just jump into it. And all the minister is thinking, our king went crazy. He doesn't even think this is his pastime story 5,000 years back, not now. But his thinking is right now happening. So it is evidence that they are very advanced. Prabhupada glorified those Alwar. Prabhupada talks about that. They are very, very... Sometimes they spell as A-L-A-V-O-R, Alwar, but actually is Alwar, like who develop his emotion. And actually Lord would appear and mystically say that, oh, don't worry, Mother Joshoda just caught me, so don't worry, you don't have to do something. It's very soothing. That how really they make God appear to pacify them, because they are so intensely in love. So when Mahaprabhu was doing this, they only heard it. All these Brahmana, they heard it in the book. Some possibility is there that you cry for the God. Its possibility is there, they hear. But they never could think that it literally they will make evidence somebody doing this in their presence. So Mahaprabhu, heavy, nice kirtan that attracted everybody. And they've all immediately started crying. Why? Why they would start crying? They never cried in front of God. You know, it is illegal. I mean, what do you call?
It's against our
What do you call in English? Rules, regulation? Against the rules?
Prohibited.
Prohibited, thank you. It is prohibited. One of the 64, one of the 32. In front of the deity you don't cry. You never yawn, you never pass air, all these rules is there. You never cry in front of the deity. That's true. But they hear that because people generally cry with their complaint. Oh, my husband is beating me, or my daughter ran away with a boy, I don't know what to do, God help me, so all kinds of reasons they would cry, so for some reason. Or somebody stole my things, I cannot find it. Like
what
that.
about cry for joy?
That is bona fide.
That's good.
Because there is a famous story, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur time, one lady lost her goat, and the sannyasi had a goatee. And she was crying. This is a true story, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. So they went there, and then at the end, she's crying, the rest was not crying. So Maharaj says, can you find out she's normal or she's bhabuk or what? Said, Mata, are you okay? Said, yes, but you are crying. You must have a feeling for the Lord. Well, this Maharaj has a goatee, exactly same look, my goat, I lost. I searched and I could not find. So this is one of the 4 types of abhas. This is one of the 4 types of abhas crying, not like Kongso crying for his sister Devaki. Later on he wanted to kill within few hours. So this is called abhas, rasabhas. They are not genuine. But when Mahaprabhu was crying, everybody was crying. Why? Why everybody was crying? Because these 3. Mahaprabhu literally ignited love of Godhead in their heart. This is Jogomaya's arrangement. Those who are fortunate was there in the temple at that time. And Mahaprabhu, just by crying, Just seeing them enter in their heart purified and drop this drop of Krishna Prem, or glanced it to whoever it is around, or just spoke to them, chant Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Then Mahaprabhu was very sweetly walking and crying and crying and crying, and everybody started drowning in that ecstasy. First time in their life they made evidence that what is Krishna Prem does in their heart. This is Vedic etiquette, is when sannyasi comes to a temple, to a new village or somewhere, the grihasthas, Brahmana grihasthas, they generally invite immediately to that sannyasi to their house. Till today in the village is still there, some part of India, still today. If sannyasi is passing by, they invite. Maharaj, you want some prasadam, you can cook or they will make. Still today is there. Like in Bangkok, in Thailand, if you have a saffron cloth, you don't have to pay for any bus fare, train fare, anywhere in the country.
Wow.
Till today is there. Till today. But some or other, no saffron cloth lasts there too long. Some or other. It's very heavily Maya's attachment place. But they have this free. So Vedic culture is still here, there is left over, you can see. So that time, Mahaprabhu, after this, there was one Brahmana. His name is Bhankata Bhatta. He comes from a Brahmana family who was a Bhagavat speaker, who also had a two brother, Tirumalla Bhatta and Prabodhananda Saraswati. I don't know previous name of Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, doesn't say anywhere. Just say Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur. But he was a Sri Sampradaya Sannyas. And when Mahaprabhu was invited, they invited with awe and reverence. Can you imagine a sannyasi comes and lives in your house? What do? You pay obeisances, morning, evening, noon, anytime you see, Maharaj, you okay? Is everything okay? You need something? And then for a while, after a few days, Bhankata Bhatta suggested, Maharaj, this is the time where sadhu, sannyasi, they don't travel because Chaturmasya is beginning. From this day, Chaturmasya is beginning, 4 month, called retirement for the sadhus to do more bhajan and stay in one place, don't travel. And there is a restriction, so many things, rules are there. So he said, Maharaj, you please stay here. You are sannyasi. It's better you stay here, comfortable. You can do your bhajan and we will arrange everything. So Mahaprabhu accepted immediately. Because now we should remember, whenever eternal associate and Lord comes, Yogamaya create a scenery that it appears like they just met first time. It is. It's not like they are pretending. Why I am Radha Krishna and you are Guna Manjari, now I am going to meet you, okay? No, they really don't know. If you say in absolute, this accommodation has to be there. You say in absolute truth, is it possible that one forgets?
Yes.
That cannot be accommodated. But Mahaprabhu says yes. Even absolute truth forget that his relationship with others. It has to be like a first time meeting. Never saw that person before. He allows Yogamaya. This kind of topics was not there in the Narayan conception. Narayan forgets something? No, it's impossible. God never forgets. But Krishna does forget. Not that he forgets. How he remembers? How does he remember?
Through Yogamaya.
There is one potency called Sambit. Through Sambit potency, where Sambit potency resides in Krishna's body?
Heart.
Sambit potency, good, in the heart. Jasyaste hridaya Sambit. Bhagisha jasya badane Lakshmi jasya bakshasi jasyaste hridaya Sambit. In the heart, the Sambit potency resides. Sambit, through the Sambit potency, Krishna knows who he is. through Sambit potency, he knows in Alachua we are discussing right now. He is in Golok Vrindavan, but through Sambit potency he knows. And whatever the mental attitude each of us, he also knows from there. Through the same potency. So we should be aware. But that Sambit potency is subordinate to Ladini potency. Can you remember that? Sambit potency is subordinate to Ladini potency, pleasure-giving potency. So when pleasure-giving potency comes, then Sambit potency gets covered. That time Lord does not know. He needs help from his mother to come down from the bed. He needs help. He is hungry. He is really feels like he desperately needs his friends. All things. Because Sambit is covered by Ladini. Ladini means it has to be like a common family life. This is Vrindavan. Very difficult for other conception or theology school to accommodate or accept it. Very difficult. So Mahaprabhu stayed there. On that day, something happened. In the morning, Gopal Bhatta Goswami had a dream. He had a dream, he is in Navadvip. In Navadvip he is serving the Lord. How can you serve? Can you imagine you serving? What can you do? This pastime I am not telling just for Gopal Bhatta Goswami. We have to meditate also. You want to enter into Navadvip? Meditate while you chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Midanga Prabhu, what are you going to do there in Navadvip?
Navadvip?
Yes.
Serve the Lord.
How? He get up in the morning.
Chanting, remembering.
Yes.
Hearing the 9 processes.
That is true. Now come to the, while you chanting, remembering, you have to be practically know what he wants, what he does. Mahaprabhu, when he gets up in the morning, Gopal Bhatta saw. Every day Mahaprabhu gets up. What does he do first? He washes his face. So you immediately can bring some water. Prabhu, here, some water. So he washes his face. You bring a towel. He rubs. You wipe it. This is not imagination. This is real. Astakaliya Lila, Radha Krishna is very high. First Mahaprabhu's. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, you meditate on Mahaprabhu's Lila 24 hours a day. What he used to do. Then he fresh. Sometime if he sees other children, he would play. Very heavy feisty game. Like sometime he would go and he sees all the girls. All the girls goes to early morning to the Ganges. And Mahaprabhu used to live near the Ganges. So those girls would go for worshipping who? Shiva. For what?
Good husband.
For husband. And what Mahaprabhu, just imagine you are going with Nimai Pandit. Now he is going there. He says what? What did he say?
What?
Either you give it to me or you will get 2 types of husband. Old husband or co-wives. Which one you want? They don't want either one. So then he says, but why then worshipping Shiva and other? They are my servant. Oh, Sri Vishnu, you don't say it like this, Nimai. You should not supposed to say that Shiva and Brahma is your servant. But did Mahaprabhu lie? No, this is true, but they would not. But why they would give it to Mahaprabhu? Why?
Because they were afraid, just in case.
In case what?
In case
He's a son of Brahmana.
Yeah, son.
Not in case anybody. Son of Brahmana. When son of Brahmana wants something and you don't give, and he is angry, you're going to suffer for it. So they are afraid. So did Mahaprabhu took it actually by trickery, force? Yeah. So you imagine, you sitting there, you standing there, Midanga Prabhu, and you watching Nimai Pandit is doing this. Then he got all these fruits and everything, and you carrying with him too, back to the house.
Really? Wow.
Sure. You meditate every day. What he used to do every morning, what would he do? And then you assist him.
What did
like
you do
this.
during midday pastimes?
Midday pastime. He would travel to Godrom, Kolodip. There's so many pastime took place there. You remember?
No, I had a little tiny book.
Okay. We'll discuss that some. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami, that time he was meditating and then he was serving Mahaprabhu with tilakam. Every devotee has a particular seva in the spiritual world. Every devotee has a particular service, and Krishna is waiting for that particular service for you to serve. It's very sad. We should go quick, not delay. Every devotee has a particular seva, particular name, particular form, particular under guidance, particular everything. So sweet. And guess what? This is what exactly you all are looking for. This is what every soul is looking for. But they do not know that they are looking for that. They think they are looking for a bigger house, summer house, something like this. Mercedes car or something. But actually they are looking for those 11 moods, 11 things that we're supposed to get in our bhava bhakti. Ekadash bhav. But this is true. So, when he did that, he was so happy. Then he paid obeisances. Oh, I'm so happy I can serve you like this. And then he opened his eyes and he saw sannyasi. And he started crying. He started crying, oh no, if you take sannyasi, you will go away from Navadvip. I won't be able to serve you. And he started crying and crying and crying. Then he was overwhelmed. Then he saw Mahaprabhu in a grihastha form. Then he paid obeisances. Thank you so much. He paid obeisances. Then he got up. Again sannyasi form appeared. Because that was the day Mahaprabhu appeared there, arrived there in Bankar Bhatta's house. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami also gives one indication why in every center of the whole Krishna consciousness movement you never see any sannyasi form of the Lord we worship. Always grihastha form. You look at Gaurnitai, Mayapur form, not Jagannath Puri form. Jagannath Puri he had a sannyas. All the temple has a householder form. Why? That is the culmination of Rasaraj Mahabhav, culmination of Parama Karuna. Both are in one form. Culmination is there. Those are the sophisticated way of explaining in a shorter version.
Parama Karuna and what form?
Rasaraj Mahabhav.
So Astika
But we'll discuss that.
Astika Lila and Mahaprabhu is meditated in Navadvip, not in Jagannath Puri.
Jagannath Puri is a Biyogini Radha. Biyogini Radha's mood in separation from Krishna, what experience Mahaprabhu was experiencing.
It's Samyogini,
Sangjogini and Biyogini both. In Ratha Jatra both were there. Sangjogini means meeting. So where he quoted this verse. Kaha koro kaha pae brajendra. In Chaitanya Chaitamrita there is a whole song about this, Mahaprabhu's mood. Kahare kohibo keba jane mura dukha brajendra nandana binu fate mura bukha. It's very sweet. Mahaprabhu used to sing every day and he used to cry and cry. Actually, if you know the meaning, you will feel crying actually. So I don't like to sing this. It's very emotional song, Mahaprabhu's. It's in the Madhya Lila, you can, Anta Lila also there. So Mahaprabhu exhibited this, and then Gopal Bhatta Goswami, 3 times in his life, he was overly emotionally affected or infected, whatever you say. Infected. And that was the first time. And then Jagannath Puri, he never came to meet Mahaprabhu there, but he came Jagannath Puri before. It's very interesting how Jogama is arranged. And then he exhibited again when Mahaprabhu was leaving. Was extremely in separation. So 3 times was very heavy. Then Mahaprabhu, after that, Mahaprabhu and... How much time we have? How much time we have?
20 minutes.
That's it?
20 minutes?
Well, it's almost 8:40.
23.
23.
Oh, this is not good. Okay.
We don't end till 9:30, no?
Yeah. When Mahaprabhu, after first month gone, they had a discussion of the power of holy name. Second month, they are discussing about the dharma. Every day. Thousands of people would come and Mahaprabhu would give darshan. But no conflict. Everything is like peaceful. Underground work. Like underground, you're making everybody into Vaishnavism. One thing most important, why did Mahaprabhu had this big conflict on the 4th month? Just before Mahaprabhu was leaving, he asked this. By the way, sir, you have given me nice shelter. I stayed with you long time. But I see every day your deity, Lakshmi Narayan, very beautiful. I had one question. I'm just asking you simply if you can remind. These are the Bengali sloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can read there, but I like Bengali one because it's my mother, half mother now. Half is Tripuri. So Mahaprabhu asked, and Prabhupada gave big purport on some of this. I just took the only Bengali verses. So Mahaprabhu asked a question, sir, I'm just curious that Lakshmi Devi is known as in the list of chastity, the highest form. And Narayan is known to the highest form of completeness. But it appears that there is a pastimes where Lakshmi Devi left Narayan, who is the complete, and went to enter into Krishna's realm. And it makes a curiosity that what could be the cause for Lakshmi to leave her own husband when she is known number one chaste. Lakshmi, we are talking about Lakshmi, the goddess. How can she be anything less? But yet, it contradictory when we see her behavior not aligned with her quality of chastity. So then Mahaprabhu remained little quiet. Bankara Bhatta, he knows that this is evidence is there in some Puranas. Bankara Bhatta had spoken many times on Srimad Bhagavatam. He read the entire Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses. But he asked, why you are seeing in that way? This is not proper to see that way. Even though you are sannyasi, but you are finding something that is not a contradictory. So then he gave an example. Like if somebody is very loyal and chaste to her husband, and she went to a public show where her own husband acting as somebody else's form, somebody else's role in a play. And she went to seeing the play, and she fell in love with that mood and the form of a particular person that her husband took it. To be attracted to that form of her own husband doing, is that something illegal? Is it?
No.
Did everybody understand what I'm talking?
No.
Okay. You seeing your own husband, he's acting. You know Shakespeare, who was acting on his own play? Anybody knows that story? And they're going to give a prize. But they wanted others also to participate in that. And everybody participated. And Shakespeare himself came also. And he was acting like a Shakespeare. He himself is Shakespeare. And everybody also came dressed like him, but he did not get. This is very fascinating, you know. He did not get. But somebody was acting like him, he got, because he was exactly acting like Shakespeare in that early age. So then question came, why? Because when you act about yourself, you're trying to be something you are not. Because you're trying to show, okay, I'm Pran Govinda Das. I used to sit on the couch, okay, I'll see. And I'm looking. Actually, I don't look like this. I sit like I sit. So if I really want to show like me, I'll be like, oh, did I do exactly like the way I used to? So Shakespeare failed, actually. It's a very fascinating story when he tells. So, wow, yeah, this professor was saying, yeah, I know, this is very fascinating, how he did not get his own competition. It doesn't make any sense. Because this is mundane. But in spiritual, so Venkata Bhatta, actually he was trying to prove almost the similar things. Of course he didn't meet Shakespeare, but he was saying this, that why you seeing something fault in Lakshmi or Narayan? Is the Narayan who is acting. Try to understand, this is not just a fantasy discussion, this is real Siddhanta. That the conception of the Hindu or even the Vaishnavas beside Gauriya has that Narayan is the original God. And Venkata Bhatta saying that Narayan expanded to do some lila called Bilas. So his Bilas Murti is Krishna. But actually Krishna is not a Bilas Murti. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. He has a Vaibhav Prakash, Prabhav Prakash. Prabhav Prakash nobody can get it. He himself expand like Raslila time. Or in Dwarka. He expanded 16,000. This is Prabhav Prakash. Vaibhav Prakash means he with a different conception, different form. Balaram is number one. From Balaram comes this Chaturbhuha, and one is Prabhav Bilas, Vaibhav Bilas. This Bilas is Narayan. This Narayan is coming all the way down, fourth level. But they think the Narayan is the origin and Krishna is his Bilas. This is not proper Siddhanta. This is not at all proper Siddhanta. So Mahaprabhu, but he did not attack like this. He went very scientifically. So he said, sir, you may say that, okay, she saw her own husband playing a role of another man. Happened to be Krishna. And it's nothing wrong. It's not like she gave up the chastity. She is still attached to her husband, but the other form that her husband was taking was more attractive. Is there anything wrong? Yes? No. So Mahaprabhu did not agree. You may say no. Mahaprabhu says, well, it says in the Bhagavatam that Lakshmi never got the chance to actually, and by the way, why Lakshmi wanted to be? Then Venkata Bhatta was finding like after 3.5 months you serve a sannyasi, and 3.5 months he does not talk to you about this argument, and just going to be leaving, and now last minute you don't want to disappoint, So he doesn't feel comfortable that he's asking such a typical question now. Why he could have done it day one, but because he didn't have this. Now Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he personally said this to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, that you'll see some purport Prabhupada gives, that when Mahaprabhu came to stay in them 4 months, every day Mahaprabhu would say, Venkata Bhatta engaged Gopal Bhatta to serve Mahaprabhu. Bring some water, put the asan to sit for prasadam. After Mahaprabhu ate, he would take remnants and clean the pot, plate, all this little service. Baby Gopal, young boy Gopal working. And one day, Mahaprabhu from the beginning, hey Gopal, you know Krishna's story? He said, no Prabhu, I don't know Maharaj. I'll tell you Krishna's story. So then question comes, why he never told Krishna's story to Venkata Bhatta, who is a scholar, who knows philosophy, he has a faith on Bhagavatam. He never spoke any Krishna story to him, but he's telling to his son. Why?
Because he was in a different mood. Just
Yes.
like we were talking about yesterday.
Yes.
And how Akrura had a
Different mood.
different mood. So Lord Chaitanya didn't, because Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in the same way, he won't want to disturb that mood that the one devotee has.
Even if Mahaprabhu would do it, they would not grasp it. Rather, they would see something not right. If you tell Damodar's story, Krishna steals and he cries, and it doesn't make sense to them. They hear it, they are not denying it, but they create some doubt. Mahaprabhu never, but Gopal Bhattu was very intimate, and he was innocent child, and he would serve him so much, and then Gopal Bhattu was hearing from Mahaprabhu every day. How do we know all these things? When he came to Vrindavan, he repeated everything to who?
Srup Damodar.
Rupa, Sanatan, and then Sarup Damodar, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, that's how we know. So Mahaprabhu, at that time, he asked, Sir, Maharaj, you are saying this, that it says, but where is in Srimad Bhagavatam it says this? You know, in 16th chapter, Kaliya's. Yeah. In 10th canto, 16th chapter, in Kaliya's prayers, they spoke. Kashanubhavasya na deva vidmahe tabangrirenu sparshodhikara jad vanchaya shila anucharat tapo vihaya kaman suchiram dhita vratam. Mahaprabhu quoted this verse, and then Bankar Bhattu immediately opened the Bhagavatam. It's 10, 16, 36. So Bankar Bhattu opened and he's thinking, there is a word called Sri that Lakshmi did not get. Then he's thinking, then Mahaprabhu even goes further. I'm summarizing the way I understood. That Mahaprabhu at that time he revealed to him. Not like this. When Krishna was dancing on Kaliya, how many times Krishna kicked Kaliya's head? How many times?
Well, he was dancing, so a lot.
You have to say at least heavy kick 100 times and side kick 1,000 times. Minimum. Because Kaliya had 100 heavy poison which require heavy kick. And because he had 1,000 hoods, so Krishna danced from one hood to another. So he must have kicked more than 1,000. Minimum. This is the logic. This is not Mahaprabhu said, but this is the logic I was thinking. The 1,000 hoods, he jumped one to another, so must be kicked. But Mahaprabhu said, he kicked. He kicked the way. So in the beginning, the Kaliya's wife, they did not pray. They did not pray. Why they did not pray?
Yeah, I was always wondering.
I'm going to tell you, but you have to wait. Then Mahaprabhu says, all the wives, they are pure devotee. But they did not. This rascal, look at him. You know how Krishna did? Krishna goes on the one hood, he steps on it, then the Kaliya goes other hood, he's so angry, I'm going to kill you. And then Krishna jump on this one, then the other hood comes, I can't believe that he's just subduing and he's getting more and more angry. He is so rebellious, so envious to Krishna. He's trying to hurt, and Krishna, the way he is spinning and dancing, it attracted the heart of those girls.
Yeah.
The mermaids?
The gopi girls, not the mermaids. The gopi girls had two things. One was...
Mermaids too.
Okay, you can say mermaid. Yes, mermaid is there also in Golok Vrindavan. It's not like that. On Govardhan Puja and Kaliya, what's the difference? One is the cause, one is the effect. Kaliya was the cause of what? Stimulation. They saw a real hero, a boy they never want to miss for a moment. First time in their life. First time in the gopis' life, they never... I'm going off to another subject. Yeah. I can't believe that. Never mind. No, because I want to finish it. So that it's so sweet actually that how they literally thought that, they really literally thought that even after the Kali, I'll just finish with this, that you can say that Krishna comes, how Krishna came, because everybody went like a completely, Balaram expanded himself to millions, but it appears like everybody saw only one Balaram. And Balaram stopped everybody. Why? Because Nanda Maharaj, they are ready to just jump in the lake to rescue him. Balaram expanded. You know how Balaram expand? Smiling. In danger, if somebody smiles, what will be your reaction? You are really like, oh no, what will happen? And Bhadraprabhu comes. Don't worry. Half of your anxiety is gone just by seeing the smile. Because he's like, I'm afraid of such a severe case that this demon Kaliya is trying to kill our beloved, and Balaram is smiling. Don't worry. So that's why Balaram, it says by Raghunath Das Goswami, Balaram and Rohini, these two personalities, we should see the pastime. Otherwise we will not understand the Siddhanta. See through who? And Rohini. Because Rohini Maya is very famous. One day we'll discuss why. Because they too actually establish how to see Vrindavan. Otherwise we'll be confused. We'll think like how God does this. Don't worry. See from Balaram. Balaram smile. And Balaram smile and stops everybody. Then they don't go. But everybody was crying. Mother Yashoda had so much. But these coward girls saw something. Never thought about it. Such a genius dancer on top of these 1,000 hoods, which has no strong base apparently. You know what happened? Nobody else saw it. Only the gopis saw. The Kaliya had a gems, multicolored gems. But Kaliya never saw power of those gems. When Krishna was dancing from one hood to another, it was igniting a multicolor, a beautiful rainbow festival. Not rainbow of a hippie festival, but rainbow of a Krishna. See, it has to have an origin. It has to have an origin. Rainbow festival in America, in Ocala, right? Ocala or somewhere. Okay. The reason they have a rainbow festival, because it is originally over there.
We gotta tell them.
You gotta tell them. They're gonna love. Oh, that's
Or you go to a discotheque.
Yeah, they have. Krishna was really doing like a disco, almost. Like it. Krishna was jumping and then all this lighting, shooting, and it's like, that's how the demigod found out.
Awesome, dude.
The demigod found out because of this. Demigod came out, they started playing drum and singing. They're like unbelievable. Wow, what is this? The Lord is dancing on this Kaliya hood. They were like so much in ecstasy. So finally, Kaliya, when heart melted, so he went under the water and carrying the Lord. Why? Because Lord says, I don't want anybody to see that you act like, you have to leave Vrindavan, because they will not feel comfortable, safe. So in front of everybody, actually Kaliya left. Also before that, Kaliya went underwater and Krishna stand there, but Jogamaya, some or other, they didn't see how he came back. From the middle of the island to the bank. But actually Kaliya was carrying, and then he was crying. That demon was crying. So when Kaliya was smashed, almost smashed, and he started crying and praying, the moment, that time they quote these prayers to the Lord. Not before. Before they thought, he's rascal, he should be killed. It's good that Lord is doing it.
I don't understand.
So own husband, he was a demon. He was trying to attack Krishna and to kill. So they did not pray for him.
But why did they feel pity for him in the verse?
When he repented, heart changed.
Oh.
When
they
you
were happy, yeah, it seemed like
they were happy. When heart changes, the mercy start coming. That time they prayed for him. That time Krishna gave the mercy, because they are pure devotee.
So Guru Parampara, at the time when we repent, at that point they'll
You can start today. You repent, more you go closer, is true. Then we will feel that.
We get benefit of
Yes. So that time Mahaprabhu quoted this, and then Bankar Bhatto read. He says this, Sri Angri Renu Sparshodikar, that everybody else could enter. Kaliya, such a rascal. Krishna gave him the lotus feet. Not one time, thousands of times. But Lakshmi never got. How is this? So Venkata Bhatta is thinking, how is this? So he is trying to defend his Lord, Lakshmi Narayan position. So, but he's arguing with a philosopher, sannyasi. He did not know this is actually Radha Krishna. He didn't know yet. I don't know why the stock market comes back. That's very funny. So that time Mahaprabhu, at one point Mahaprabhu, then again he asked that, well, you have to accept one thing, that the position of Narayan and position of Krishna is vast difference. In one sense, another sense, no difference. Then he quoted this verse. Then Venkata Bhatta was very aware. This is a very famous verse, we should know. Siddhantastu abhed api srisha Krishna sarupayo rasena utkrishyate Krishna rupam asha rasa sthiti. When you think of rasa or taste or happiness, Krishna's is the only body has complete happiness. What do you mean? Narayan does not have a complete happiness? No. He is Vishnu Tattva. How can you say that? Well, Narayan cannot think, I'm going to steal from this lady's house today. And if Narayan think, something will be disaster in Vaikuntha. They cannot think like this. Narayan cannot think, neither any servant can think of this. Because when Gopkumar went, he called out when Lakshmi Devi trying to pursue him out, but he started crying. He said, Gopal. The Vaikuntha says, shh, don't ever say that. Lord is not a Vaishya. He is not a cow herding man. He is a Narayan. He is a Lord of Lord. You never address Lord with Gopal in Vaikuntha. You never address as Gopal. Coward man. So they think it's they hear the story of Krishna, but they cannot think you can address Narayan with Gopal name. Don't ever say that. Because he is not a cowherding man. He is a God. So Gopkumar felt very anxiety. I can't believe that. I can't call my friend. So Narad Muni came and helped. So similarly, over there, Venkata Bhatta was trying to defend. But then Mahaprabhu quoted this verse. And he remembers, because he is aware, he is a speaker on Bhagavatam. He said, yes, that's true. So Prabhupada translated, very sweet. I was talking to Pushkar Prabhu about this. That as for transcendental realization, there is no difference between Narayan and Krishna. Prabhupada gave a very nice translation. But as for transcendental mellow, there is a vast difference between Narayan and Krishna. Venkata Bhatta still didn't get it. He thought, okay, well, maybe nobody ever got it. That's why Lakshmi cannot get it. He's trying to defend that Lakshmi didn't get because nobody is supposed to get it, only for those. Then Mahaprabhu says, but I read in Bhagavatam, Uddhava chapter, that, in the Veda personified, they are speaking that Srutichari, Munichari, they got it. How can you say they didn't? Then Venkata Bhatta said, where did it say? Then he quoted 1087:23. Very sweet verse. The reason I generally don't recite, but these verses I should know. Very sweet verse. Nibritam arunakshadrira yoga jugmiridi junayo pasate tadayaropi jasu smaranat Sri Aurugendra Bhoga Bhujadanda Vishakta Dhiya Vayamapi Te Sama Samadrisha Angri Saroja Sudha. This is the third line. It says Sri Aurugendra Bhoga Bhujadanda Vishakta Dhiya. Bhujadanda means the hand is like a stick, danda. Bhujadanda. Bhujadanda Vishakta Dhiyo. Urugendra means when somebody put hand next to your neck. When somebody grabs. Anybody ever did to someone?
A headlock?
No. You just go to... What is headlock?
It's where you grab someone's head under your arm.
Oh, no. No. Out of affection, you go like this. Oh.
In India, we sit a lot like.
No, in America also they do.
You do that out of
In America also they do. Between husband and wife, very affectionately. Also the children does to their parents. If child comes and grab the mother's neck, Mommy, yes baby, what they ask?
Can I have a check?
No. Mother asks, what do you want? Is it?
Yeah.
Whenever the child does this is exact word. If you really break down the word to word meaning, that's what it says. It says, Shriya Urugendra Bhogo Bhujodanda Vishaktadiyo. Very sweet. Mahaprabhu found those secret. Bankar Bhattu was reading it. It's very true. He says, that Supreme Lord who literally put his hand on the neck of those each gopis, and he says, please never leave me, even if I leave you. Why? If Narayan ever said this, oh my God, Lakshmi is waiting for that day. She wants the day that she could really control Narayan, because this is a loving, in Prem has a pratidandita. You know that Sanskrit word, pratidandita, competition. Prem, love, also has a competition. Who is going to win? And in Dwarka, 3 times that word is mentioned by Sukdev Goswami. I was really researching. One time I saw Sanatana Goswami says, I'm looking, and I was like a whole week passed. Then we found actually 3 places did say. He said 3 times the Dwarka queen complained to Draupadi in that whole assembly that we tried our best to control him. You one control 5 husbands, we are 16,108 cannot control one. Why? Because Rukmini comes with so beautiful dress, best dress today. She comes to display her beauty so that Narayan will say, oh, I love you, very beautiful. She just wants him to be subordinate so that you have an upper hand. So it's true, but as soon as she comes, Narayan's beauty is so beautiful. Not Narayan. Krishna's beauty is so beautiful. She completely collapses. She doesn't know what to do. She thinks her beauty is nothing compared to Krishna's beauty in Dwarka. But in Vrindavan, no. Opposite. Radha really controlled Krishna. This is very true. So when Mahaprabhu said this, Bankar Bhattu was like, well, that's true. If this is true, anybody ever proven? There is a famous verse that Prabhupada quoted actually a few times. Nayam siyanga utanitantara te prasada sarjo sitam nalina gandharucham kodhanna rasot savesha bhujadanda grihita kantha labda sisham jaudagrajya sundarinam. In that verse is very nicely explained that how this Braja Gopis, when they were dancing, Krishna never sit in the heart of a yogis. Paramatma sits, not Krishna. Because Krishna is a playful boy. Playboy, in America they say. Because originally Krishna is the playboy. It comes to the reflection here. So Krishna is so fascinating that he never sits in the yogi's heart, but yet when Shiva, Brahma, big Brahmana, they put a big golden singhasan and everything. Krishna comes? No. Only with the devotion, devotee attracts him. But the gopis, they have this anchal, they call. Anchal.
Veil?
We call anchal. And they are wiping all the sweats, everything all over body. And then, when the end of the Raslila, the gopis taking this anchal and putting this same dirty sweat of their body, and Krishna loves to sit there. And then their ankle bell fell off. Krishna is saying, oh no, it broke. And he's looking, where is the other part? And he's trying to fix it. This kind of behavior is never, ever Lakshmi can imagine. Lakshmi cannot even imagine. So then Mahaprabhu even gives further story where Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, where this idea coming, Lakshmi did not get. Because one time Narad Muni, after seeing the Ras Leela, he was traveling and he went to Vaikuntha. Narad Muni, he has a very fascinating quality. In Bengal, they are wrong where they think. They say you never utter the name Narada. Because if you utter the name Narada, all the problem will start in your house. So, no, I'm serious. In Bengal, they don't want to say it. Bhadraprabhu knows even. Nobody wants to say that name Narada. Say Narada. Narada. Alright, you will have a problem in life. So, what happened? Narada, wherever he goes, he creates this. This is such a fascinating. Even Krishna warned to Radharani. You remember?
Yeah.
Krishna said, don't. Radharani says, why? He said, you don't know Narada. He said, my Lord, there is nothing between you and me. Okay, but I'm warning you. He said, why you have a doubt? Radharani says like this. Absolutely there is nothing in between. Never will happen anything. Sure, what happened? You know that story. That how one day Narad Muni was meditating, and then Krishna comes there. He said, why you are meditating in Vrindavan? What is the purpose? Narada, what do you want? He said, Prabhu, just one gift, one boon. Okay, whatever you want. No, just say you will give it to me. Okay, I'll give you. But I'll ask you later. So it's a little tricky. So one day, Narad Muni, just the swing festival beginning, just a very short version. Swing festival began, Narad Muni just went there. He said, Prabhu, you remember I asked you that boon? Yes. Oh, can you fulfill that today? Okay, what do you want? I want you to sit next to Lolita today in the swing. Well, this is not proper. Radha will come. I know, but until she comes, just have a seat. Please, Prabhu. I just want to see. Because she has so much love for you. And okay, well, I gave you the boon. What can I do? So he mentioned to Lalita, all right, very quick. So then...
She doesn't resist?
Huh?
She doesn't resist?
She resisted. I'm trying to make it squeeze it. We cannot give the whole... So then she sat down and Narad Muni to Barshana. So over there, oh, Radhe, you are going somewhere? I said, yes, from inside the manjar is coming. If she's busy, she's going, but she's paying it. Oh, because I was passing by, I didn't see her with Krishna, I saw another girl. So I was just curious. Oh, now Radharani's dressing is finished. She is not dressing anymore. What do you mean? Who is that? I'm not sure, but somebody is sitting in your place. I was very surprised. So she is not coming. Lalita Sikhi is 1 hour, 2 hour passing. The whole festival is going to be over, but she is not coming. And she is not coming. Then finally Krishna said, this is serious. Something happened. Because Narada, I know something. So the halfway, he goes there and saw that Radharani didn't even dress, halfway dressed, and she's crying. And then when she has a sulkiness, one of the 4 things she does, scratches the ground. It's called bipolar. No. Because it has an origin. In origin, sulkiness is a 4. And I think in this world, they call chemical imbalance. All our actually origin is there. I was thinking, wow, how this is so fascinating. This in this world, whatever you see amongst the people, it has origin there. Because it is over there is tasty, but here is depressed. Here is really sad, suffering. They should really get out from here. If you do they enjoy as a bipolar, they should go there.
Oh my God.
So, no, it's true. So over there, she is scratching the ground, and when Radharani is scratching ground, Krishna knows that's it. It's a serious, severe business. So then, I'm really sorry. Go away. I don't want to talk to you. Is there something I did? Please forgive me. What did I do? Oh, you are very happy with her. Oh, Krishna says, and how did you know? I heard everything from Narada. Oh, okay. Well, my dear, I mentioned you when you were allowing Narada to flirt with the gopi girls and you one day, and I said, Radhe, just be careful, he's a Narada. Why? Well, we may have some problem. And you said, no, never. Now you figure it out. Then Radharani is thinking, oh my gosh, it was Narada who created me. So anyway, the sulkiness. So Narada Muni is like this. So Narada Muni goes to Vaikuntha. He's singing about Ras Leela. Who is in Vaikuntha need Ras Leela? But he's singing Ras Leela. So Lakshmi, she paid attention. He said, who are you talking about? About your husband. About my husband. What does he do? So he sung the whole song. Then Lakshmi immediately entered into the heart and she has a desire developed. My gosh, I never saw my husband ever holding his hand around my neck and hugging. I never can imagine he's dancing. Does he know how to dance? He's always relaxing, I'm massaging and I'm cooking and I'm serving, but I never saw him dancing. Narayan actually never danced. There is no such thing.
Wow.
So then she's thinking, if this is the case, I want to dance. I really want to see him dancing. This is a fascination for everyone. Even in American girl, no, when they get married, dance is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
This is even in Vedic culture. Dance is a big deal because its origin in Golok. So like, wow, she was like she left Vaikuntha. She left her husband to see that Krishna form. So Narada Muni create this, little here, there. So Mahaprabhu, after mentioning this, then Lakshmi Devi is meditating. After severe meditation, Krishna comes there. Okay. Why you are meditating like this? You are goddess of all wealth. Why you are doing such a severe? Prabhu, I want to enter in your Leela. I want to enter into Ras Leela. I want to see. Well, you need 3 things. You willing? Yes, anything. Okay. Number 1, you give up your Brahmanical etiquette. You are the goddess of wealth. No more you are goddess of wealth. She's thinking about it. Then the Lord Krishna says, you agree? Okay. She agreed because she wanted to see how. You have no more Brahman's wife. Your title of most chaste as a Brahmana's wife and all the quality of Brahmana's wife, and you are the head of the Varnashram system, everything is done, gone. Wow. So she thought about it. Okay, I'll do it. You really have to become a coward girl. Okay, that's not enough. You have to start collecting cow dung. Cow dung is a very low-class job for a maid servant. In Vedic culture, for a maid servant. Not for a queen. But she is a queen. So she agreed all the way up to this. Until the last one, Krishna says. You have to take birth in the Gop family as a coward girl and marry not me. Prabhu. No. You will marry another man, another boy, coward boy. She started trembling little bit. What do you mean? I am yours. Yes, but you cannot marry me. And as a coward boy's wife, you will meet me hidingly. And you can never think I am your husband. Even though you will meet me, but nobody will ever know. I cannot do this. I married you. You are mine. How can I do this? Well, then you cannot. This one thing, Lakshmi Devi got caught. Cannot give up. We don't know future. Maybe million years back. I don't want to come back here to know it. But anything can happen. I don't know. But she is meditating till today. Because she doesn't want to give up the idea not to marry the Lord.
Is she getting worldly though?
Mahaprabhu exhibited himself as Lakshmi, so we don't know. Possible. She came, but not as that Lakshmi, because
She got Lakshmi Priya.
Lakshmi Priya, that is Sri Sampradaya, they came. Ananta is Ramanujacharya, they all came. So, what's the time now?
9:17. And I have to go.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Okay.
I promise you finish.
Okay.
I can't believe that. I didn't even finish this.
We also have the song.
Yeah, give it to this, everyone. One day, Rupa Goswami Pad was sitting there and he saw a big spring festival. In the spring festival, you know what happened? Everything is blooming. Everything is so sweet. Everything is blooming such a good rhythm. That time, there is a big war going on. You know war? A biggest war, bigger than the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Midanga Prabhu. Bigger than the battlefield of Kurukshetra. You better remember. Why? Because the most powerful rival are in a war. One side billions girls, one side billions boys. And the leader of the girls are Radharani, leader of the boys are Krishna. And they have this color war. Who can spray more color and make other people completely under color. And they have a big drum, barrel of dye. You call dye? Blue, red, all. And this is a big. And Tamahar Prabhu said he may want to start this in Alachua because it's successful in different places, that it literally brings other religious people to participate and they really love this. Huh? We're going to do it.
Yeah,
Holy, on a holy time?
No, it's not going to be in holy, but it's going to be when it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in
Yeah.
April.
Okay, good.
At the holy time. Holy.
Good. It will attract other people. Like in
Only at
Utah.
Diwali.
In Utah, actually, the Mormons, they love Hare Krishnas because of that festival. And they come to temple. They take Charanamrita, they take Prasadam, and they love this festival. So it's a good way to attract.
It's become very
They
famous.
donated the Lakshmi to build a temple.
Yeah. So they will do it here too. They will be favorable. They will see it's a part of the... Because this is actually culture in Vrindavan. That's all they do. So this war really took place. Actually, I should tell him that story. Tamar Prabhu, this story. Then they had a whole... Then one time, Srimati Radhika, Rupa Goswami, as a Rupa Goswami, he's watching this festival in a trance. And he was so fascinated. It's so beautiful. When that spring festival started, Krishna just leaned on the tree and playing a little flute, and everything became opposite character. Shyness of the deer goes away. Deers are very shy. They ran. Instead of shy, they ran to Krishna and licking his body. Everything went opposite direction. When Krishna was starting this, except one sets of devotee, nature did not change. That are called Manjaris. Manjari's loving service, dedication to Radharani did not change in that festival. Rupa Goswami was watching. How? Guna Manjari, this Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Govardhana Manjari was helping Radharani with this syringe, you know? Pichkari. That's Bengali. How did you know? Oh, this is a Bengali we call Pichkari. But we call syringe here, no?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Pichkari. That's very funny. So then, because in Mahapur we used to say that. So Pichkari, she's loading it and Radharani is shooting and she's giving like a gun, you know, like, and then she's shooting like randomly. So at one point Radharani gave a side glance to Krishna. So the war just put on halt and Krishna is just coming. Krishna came and grabbed Guna Manjari's hand and tried to give a kiss to her cheek. And because they never associate with Krishna directly, they always through Radharani's heart, because this is more higher. But Radharani wanted to test it. She purposely tested sometime. So when Krishna gave this, and Guna Manjari, oh Narayan, oh God, please help me from him. Try to escape from Krishna's hand. And she was praying to God to rescue from the Krishna. They never think Krishna is God. So when Rupa Goswami saw that, wow, Radharani was very happy, so happy that they completely depend on her. They're like little babies, depends on mother. So they really... Then when he saw that he could not control, as a Rupa Goswami path under the tree, and then he composed this song.
Wow.
But
Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Saurabha Sankata Vindavana Tata. Again, Saurabha Sankata Vrindavana Tata Vihita Vasanta Vihar, Vihita Vasanta Vihar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Abhinava Kucha Mala Gocha Samajala, Abhinava Kucha Mala Gocha Samajala, Kunchita Kuntalabhar, Kunchita Kuntalabhar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Pranayi Janerita Bandhana Sahakrita, Pranayi Janerita Bandhana Sahakrita, Churnita Varagana Sar, Churnita Varagana Sar, Chatudigan Chala Rachita Raso Chala, Chatudigan Chala Rachita Raso Chala, Radha Madana Vikar, Radha Madana Vikar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Jaya Jaya Sundara Nanda Kumar, Jaya Jaya Bhuvana Vimohana Manjulana Tana, Bhuvana Vimohana Manjulana Tana, Gati Bal Gita Manihar, Gati Bal Gita Manihar, Adhara Virajita Mandatara Smita, Adhara Virajita Mandatara Smita, Lochita Nija Parivar, Lochita Nija Parivar, Nija Balava Jana Suharita Sanatana, Nija Balava Jana Suharita Sanatana, Chitta Vihara Davata, Chitta Vihara Davata, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. Gaura Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Sorry.
Thank you.